Sheldon Adelson, or what happens when you make the Pillsbury Doughman just a little bit whiter. I'll let Sheldon Adelson introduce himself.
According to Bloomberg,
you're the 10th richest man in the world.
10th, maybe but think about that. There's 7 billion people. That means there's 6,999,990,000 people that are not at my level.
That's right, Sheldon. They are not at your level. They can subtract 10 from 7 billion and not be wrong by 10,000 people. Adelson actually has a history of bragging about his net worth. In 2008, he told his investors, quote, "One of my closest friends says, 'Sheldon, you're the tallest person I know when you stand on your wallet.'" Yo, killer punchline, Sheldon, except we found this interview you did 3 years later.
A friend of mine says, "You're the tallest guy in the world." I said, "How do you figure that?" He says, "When you stand on your wallet."
And just listen to what Sheldon said again in May 2018.
Adelson attended a Republican Jewish coalition reception where, in brief remarks, he joked about being the shortest man in the room, except when standing on my wallet.
What is this guy like at dinner parties? Have I already told you guys my wallet joke? Sheldon, that's not your wallet joke. That's your only joke. Hold on, I'm being told we have breaking news to report. Middle East Tonight has obtained exclusive footage of Sheldon's private Instagram account. Yo, nice wallet, Sheldon. Okay, so why are we talking about one of the world's richest people who made his money in the casino industry on Middle East Tonight? Turns out Adelson has played a key role in the making of U.S. foreign policy in the Middle East. That's right, a guy who can't keep his wallet in his pants might just be the most influential American you've never heard of. Over the past 6 years, Adelson has given hundreds of millions of dollars to the Republican Party.
Adelson spent at least $98 million on ads in the 2012 election alone.
The actual amount was $150 million.
He's the GOP's biggest donor, shelling out about $100 million to elect Trump and other Republicans in 2016.
Las Vegas casino mogul Sheldon Adelson has given $30 million to the House GOP-aligned Congressional Leadership Fund.
Sheldon Adelson and his wife delivered another $25 million, adding to the more than $87 million they previously gave.
And so the RNC is now begging Papa Adelson, "Please, we need more money." You think that sets up a conflict of interest a wee bit? Call me crazy.
You're crazy. There is no conflict of interest. It's not like it was Adelson's dream to get the U.S. government to declare Jerusalem as Israel's capital.
That was the sole issue for him. It was his dream.
Okay, fine. But it's not like Adelson wanted a commitment to move the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem.
He wanted a commitment to move the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem.
But it's not like Sheldon was all in from day one.
Day one, we're moving the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem. Sheldon is all in.
Sheldon's all in? Sheldon can't be all in. He's the house. But it's not like Adelson and his wife have ever visited Trump Tower.
The Adelsons visited Trump Tower.
But it's not like he had great access to the Trump White House.
Sheldon Adelson has had great access to the Trump White House and Trump administration officials.
And then it happened.
Today we officially opened the United States Embassy in Jerusalem. Israel's capital is Jerusalem. The United States finally and officially recognized Jerusalem as the true capital of Israel.
And so we reached out to Sheldon to find out what role he played in the embassy move. But according to his secretary, he was too busy standing on his wallet. Sorry, I'm too busy standing on my wallet. The crazy thing is that everyone basically agrees Sheldon was behind this.
Billionaire casino magnate Sheldon Adelson. He was instrumental in persuading Trump to make the move.
And then brags in public about how he got Trump to move the embassy to Jerusalem.
Daoud, from your view, why do you think President Trump would do this?
He's following through with a promise to one single American Jewish donor, Sheldon Adelson.
Sheldon and Miriam Adelson sat in the front row with Netanyahu and his wife, underscoring the roles they played behind the scenes in making the embassy move happen.
Sheldon Adelson, the Vegas mogul who's been a huge Trump supporter, and really is, to my mind, single-handedly responsible for this grotesque change in U.S. policy.
If you asked Republicans, how much does it cost to buy the U.S. government's position on Jerusalem, they would probably be like, well, it just kind of depends on the year. In 2012, $150 million. In 2016, $100 million. In 2018, $112 million. Sheldon is buying the U.S. government. He's literally trying to buy it.
The Trump administration is considering a proposal from Republican mega donor Sheldon Adelson to pay for at least part of the new U.S. embassy to be constructed in Jerusalem.
Which is the offer from Sheldon Adelson, who volunteered to essentially buy the embassy.
Wait, can I buy a government building too? Let's call it the, hey Sheldon, shove your $362 million back in your wallet and go stand on it to get over your height insecurity building. Yeah, I like that. That looks pretty good up there. Let's keep that. Now, Adelson's supporters claim he's philanthropic and has a good heart. But just look at what he did to the Las Vegas-based journalist John Smith in 2015.
Adelson sued Smith over a 2005 book called Sharks in the Desert. The billionaire sought $15 million from Smith.
He offered $200,000 in a medical account if I would admit that I meant to malign him, and paid a dollar judgment, which would have ended my career as long as I didn't inform my bosses. I was sued at a time my daughter was in the hospital being treated for brain cancer.
The casino mogul dangled $200,000 for Smith's daughter's medical treatment if Smith would admit libel.
Sheldon, you forced a journalist to choose between his career and his daughter's health? You're so evil. I mean, the guy's name is John Smith. Hasn't he already suffered enough on Google search discoverability? You're a bad person, Sheldon, and I know that's going to upset a lot of your friends. So we thought you'd want to hear from them too. Take it away, Josh.
Well, I would say that there's no couple in the world quite like Sheldon and Miriam Adelson.
They're a team.
It's amazing the impact that they have on so many people.
He's had a huge impact on so many awkward Ashkenazi Jews. Their selfies now proliferate the internet thanks to the unlimited supply of sunscreen that Mr. Sheldon, in true Robin Hood fashion, steals from his guests in his luxurious Las Vegas casino.
They work together, they travel together, and they do great things around the world.
They have achieved through their own hard work and creativity enormous success, and they have given back.
When I was 32 years old, I read an article in a magazine that described entrepreneurial behavior. And when I finished the article, I identified with it line for line, line for line, line for line. I identified with it line for line. And it was at that point that I said, oh, that was the pivotal point of my life.
Sheldon Adelson's story is a great American dream success story.
He started, he struggled, he failed, he succeeded, he failed, he succeeded. He fought always and came back.
He has an intuition at this point, a judgment at this point that far exceeds the rest of us.
I'm looking forward to the day when my wife, with her colleagues at Rockefeller University and other colleagues around the world, that she identifies the gene that controls compulsive behavior.
Sheldon, you made billions of dollars in the casino industry, and now it's your dream to identify the gene that controls compulsive behavior? Yeah, if only we knew the gene that controls compulsive behavior, we'd just like sneak up behind you and inject it in you when you enter the casino. If you like this video, check out some of our other videos on Palestine, Saudi Arabia, and other topics. And please like and subscribe.